Today I'm going to show you how I turned this kit layout right here into this layout right here. This is part of Close to My Heart's Cut Above layout kit line where everything is pre-cut. There's stickers, there's base pages already printed, they're pre-designed. All you need is adhesive, a journaling pin, and your photos, and you can assemble it. And it's super, super fast, super easy. Now, these are super great for beginners, but I love them as a seasoned scrapbooker as well because they take a lot of guesswork out, they give you a starting point, and they create just very fast layouts, but you can still step them up and they're still really fast. So this kit that I've used is no longer available. I actually created this layout quite a while ago, posted it on Instagram recently, and then I found the footage because there were some people asking how I made the changes and how I put it together. So I found the footage and I've edited it for you. But I wanted to show you that there are other layout kits like this still available. This is one of them that is currently available, and it creates two-page layouts, and there's several others that are just like this. I'm actually putting this one together next, and I'm going to be adding pink and making it a golf theme, so I'm going to show you how you really can customize it to make it your own. So these kits come with everything you need, even placeholders, which I often use as photo mats. There's stickers, and they're even labeled layout 1, layout 2, so you know exactly which stickers go with which layout. There are some pop-out die cuts and some journaling spots and cardstock pieces that you'll need. And then the base pages. So I didn't show all of this in the video. I was at a retreat at the time and didn't show all of this. So I just want to give you a little heads up that they are all kind of like this. And they even come with the page protectors. This one was created to be a calendar kit, which is why they are one-page layouts, but a lot of them I even turned into two-page layouts, like this one here. I have a two-page layout on my channel where I combined these two layouts right here and made them a two-page cohesive layout. There is another calendar kit that is still available on my website. I will link that and all of the other Cut Above kits down in the description below. But for now, let's dive into this process.
So here I am at my retreat, and I have my photos chosen and trying to decide which layout I want to do. I think at this point that I might use that one with the flowers at the bottom, but I'm also looking at that one with the 4 triangles in the background, which I now have completed and put up a process video since recording this, but did not use these photos. So trying that and then trying these, I just think that her cute little dress looks so good, popped off that black background and with those flowers. So I'm going to play with a bunch of the pieces from this kit. Now I have the whole kit there next to me, and I am not necessarily pulling just the pieces that belong with this particular layout. I'm pulling some pieces from some of the other kits as well. And the way my photos are right here, I'm pointing out that I could line them up so that the sidewalk is kind of like continuing between each photo, but I think I end up not doing it like that. So trying some other pieces, and I'm thinking I want to do some more layering than the layout calls for. I love the layered look and layering a bunch of pieces, but this kit has a lot of smaller pieces, so I'm having to strategically place them all to make sure that they look good, and I think that it works out really well in the end. Now that was one of the photo placeholders that I'm considering using as a white photo mat. So later on I will be cutting my photos down just a little bit so that they fit on that photo mat. The photo mats are great that they come in the kit because you know, you don't have to cut extra cardstock and you can still have that white mat. I love having a white mat around my photos because I feel like it really makes them pop, especially if they have a dark background. I'm bringing in a little pink to go with the flowers that are down at the bottom. I love how all of these colors look so good together. I am just a bright color kind of girl, so this was one of my favorite kits of all time. At this point, I have put most of the layouts from this kit together now. I still have a few more to do, so I probably should get on that. Let me know if you like watching these type of videos where I step up a kit. I really enjoy making these because they're just really so fast. I think my footage for this layout was 1 hour, which is a lot of dead time too. I cut out all that because I was at a retreat and I was watching videos and I was chatting. I think if I just sit down and create these without being at a retreat, it's usually like 30 to 40 minutes, even with stepping them up. Never more than an hour. I just love how quick they are. So now I am adding this little banner and embellishment section at the top. It's pretty much how it called for. I think I just added the yellow, and I'm adding a little bit of stitch lines because that was in the original layout, and I wanted to continue that. I'm really liking this blue piece that's behind the photos. I think that that really helps to unify everything, having it go further across the page. The original layout, I think it was just one photo, and there wasn't as much paper going spanning the width of the layout. It was more centralized, and I really like how this is spanning, and I like that blue piece, which was not originally called for. I stole it from a different layout. So the nice thing about these kits too is that all of the pieces, like the calendar kits anyway, a lot of the pieces from each layout have the same colors or similar colors with them in them, so you can kind of mix and match them. And that was the case with this layout, and it's also the case for the current calendar kit layout that is still available. And by the way, all of those other layout kits that I showed you, the 2-page ones, are on sale right now. Buy 2 get 1 free. They're a really great deal. So I'll leave the link down below in case you want to check all of those out. Now for these little flowers, there are some stickers that cover some of the flowers, and there are die cuts that cover some of the flowers. So the die cuts I popped up on foam squares just to give them a little bit more dimension. So here I'm matting this one on that turquoise photo mat. It fit perfectly, but like I said, a lot of these pieces are smaller, so I'm having to kind of strategically place them because they're not big enough to mat the photo, but I just want them kind of layered and peeking out from behind the photo. So just playing with all of the little pieces that I have and trying to make them work. If you're enjoying this video, then please give it a like so that YouTube knows. And if you have not subscribed yet, consider subscribing to my channel. I do post 2 videos a week in hopes to inspire you for your own scrapbooking. Now I'm going to work on the title. It is 2 stickers, and I don't want to stick them down. I want to make sure that they are straight and right where I want them. So I put the S on my ruler there, and then the rest of it is just one scripty word. So I want to kind of hold it up and make sure I have it where I want it. And then I will glue the photo and the other pieces down and then come back to that S to make sure I have it exactly where I need it. The nice thing about script titles is that if it's not perfectly straight, you can't tell. So that's always nice. All right, so I'm still fussing with all of these little pieces. I think I'm going to start committing. I'm going to glue this one down right behind the photo here. I just want it to peek out just a little bit. That piece was part of a bigger piece that I cut down because I didn't need the whole piece. I don't want to waste any of it. And I've got another piece of it over on the right. I'm going to put this little photo mat here. I think that was supposed to be a photo mat for another page, and I'm just having it span behind this photo instead of being an exact photo mat. I still remember putting this layout together. Do you guys remember when you go to retreats, like when you look at a layout, do you remember what you were watching and who you were talking to? Usually when I put layouts together, even when I'm at home, I'm listening to an audiobook or I have something on Netflix. And when I look back at the layout, I'm reminded of, oh yeah, I remember I was watching that movie. So I remember I was watching, I think I was watching Virgin River and talking to my friend Angie. This is when I lived in Indiana, and we had this great retreat house that we would go to, and 10 of us would go like every 3 months. I don't go to retreats very often anymore, and I really, really miss them, and I miss my retreat girls in Indiana. I'm hoping I can find some more to go to here. Do you guys go to retreats? I'm wondering how many of you guys go to retreats. I just think that they are so fun. It's fun to set aside the time and have girl time away from the house and just with your friends. I also vividly remember these pictures. I was pregnant at the time with my son, and my husband was away for work, and I did not feel like cooking a thing. So we went out to eat every lunch and dinner while he was gone over, I think it was 2 or 3 days. And we just had so much fun. It was fun little girl time. And in this picture, we were in front of Olive Garden. She had never been. And she was just playing in front of the restaurant and playing with my sunglasses. And she was so cute in her little dress. And so I just snapped these pictures, just kind of everyday moments. Those are some of my favorite ones to scrapbook. Now with this little piece here, I wanted to have a little bit of that pink kind of come down more on the right to fill in that gap between the photo and the journaling box. So I'm kind of strategically placing it here to look like the mat goes all the way down the right side, and then I'll put the journal box next to it so it looks like it's got the full pink border going all the way down between them. And I like that. And we'll add this little ruffly piece right here. And I like how that kind of contrasts all the straight lines of the rectangles and all of those layers. And then you've got the soft kind of circular shape of all of the flowers at the bottom too. Now I am committing to all these layers. I am loving how it looks, and I'm just going to add a few little embellishments here, just a couple little die cuts from the kit, and then I'm going to add some enamel dots around the page, a few up at the top, and then I had a few over by the journaling box, and I'm going to add a few down at the bottom here amongst the flowers too. These I like to put some of the bigger enamel dots kind of tucked underneath die cuts when I can, because sometimes the biggest size of enamel dots that come in most packs are a little too big for me, and so I like to have them kind of peeking out from places. So that's a little tip for you if you have trouble with those big ones too. All right, that wraps up this layout. Here is a close-up look at everything. And if you'd like to see still shots, I have those over on Instagram and Facebook. I will have the links to my social media channels down below, along with all of the links to the cut above kits that Close to My Heart has currently available. If you'd like to watch how I turned those 2 single layouts into a cohesive double layout, that video is on screen for you right now. Don't forget to like this video. Thanks for watching and have a great day.